To help promote the festival, the owners of Calhoun's created this window display called Celebrating Your Roots. In return, the people at Roots and Blues promoted Calhoun's on their website. Dan User added the influx of SEC fans may help his business as well. Police say the criminals often contact potential victims through the mail or by phone. They ask the victims to provide their personal information. We began in Strasbourg, France today with a warning from the head of the European Commission. Jose Barry said the shooting occurred around 1:45 this morning. Police and demonstrators battled outside the Italian parliament today. So we head over to Athens, Greece, where traffic nightmares continue as transportation workers stay off the job in protest of government austerity measures.
Big breastfeeding.
For Julie Burton, it is another day of examining patients at her practice in Macon. She says practicing in a small town brings its challenges.
We have a very broad scope of practice, but when you know that you'll have to send a patient to a larger center for procedures or specialty care and so forth, I think you're more inclined to do more yourself.
Small-town Missouri is currently facing a doctor shortage. Of the 103 rural counties in Missouri, 43 have no hospital. Even the rural counties that do are experiencing a shortage. To help alleviate the problem, the University of Missouri School of Medicine created the Rural Tract Pipeline Program in 1995. Its goal is to encourage medical students to practice medicine in small towns. The program primarily targets rural high school seniors through the Bryant Pre-Admission Program. After their first year of medical school, students begin training in small towns like Boonville. Program Director Kathleen Quinn says a recent study shows the training the program provides is working. Burden says it helped her in her decision-making.
It just reaffirmed my desire to do rural family medicine.
Many of Burden's patients come from miles around to see her. One is Pam Ross, who lives in Clarence, a 30-minute drive. If Burden was not in Macon, the trip would be longer.
I'd be having to drive to Columbia, which is an hour and 45 hour and 30 minutes to the MU hospital.
Burden is not alone. The program has sent 145 doctors around the state. Another graduate of the program says rural medicine is special.
Practicing medicine in a small town is very rewarding. The connection with the community and the connection with the patients is, in my opinion, often deeper.
Even though the program is trying to solve the problem, the shortage remains.
Country doctors are hard to find. I think we need a lot more.
Dan Greenwald, KOMU 8 News, Macon. For 9-year-old Ralph Waltz, it is great to get coaching from someone other than his dad.
They usually do more fun activities.
Waltz was one of many kids to participate in the 6th annual CASA Baseball and Softball Clinic. CASA, or Court-Appointed Special Advocates, provides services to kids who have been abused or neglected. Every year, they team up with the Mizzou softball and baseball squads to show kids how to hit, run, slide, field, and throw. The clinic is open to all kids. It gives them a chance to receive instruction from a different perspective.
I think a lot of parents are kind of hard on their kids. I know my dad was whenever I was younger. He's so much better now, but I think they just want their kids to succeed, and having kind of an outside opinion on things and being able to teach them and stay calm, I think, is a perfect way for them to be able to learn and have fun.
Even Waltz's father agrees.
It's always the case that the kids will listen to somebody else rather than mom and dad or the coach, someone that they're not so close to. If they tell them the same thing, then that's when they'll pay attention.
Since everyone agrees on that point, I thought I would show the kids how it's done. On second thought, I think I'll stick to my day job. Waltz says he took one big thing away from the clinic: always hustle. Dan Greenwald, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia.
Got a dog instead of a grandchild. There you go.
Here at the La Quinta Inn and Suites, it is another day of guests checking into the hotel. But a recent project by MoDOT is causing headaches for the guests when they leave the hotel.
They have to do the bypass, go up to Bernadette, and turn at Bernadette onto Stadium to get that way. And, I mean, we've heard wrecks, and our guests are just complaining because, they want to get in and out. And the traffic backs up like crazy to Bernadette.
MoDOT is rerouting traffic off of a portion of I-70 Drive Southwest. Drivers cannot cross over Stadium Boulevard or make a left onto Stadium. Drivers going west on I-70 Drive Southwest must turn onto Beverly Drive, then onto Bernadette Drive to go north on Stadium. MoDOT says the move is aimed to ease the flow of traffic on Stadium near the Columbia Mall during the holiday season. Not everyone believes the move is a bad thing.
I don't really have a problem with it, Morning time is great because I use that road anyway to go to work at Landmark Bank. But in the evening when I go home at 5 o'clock, if everybody's headed for the mall, I'm not going to be too happy.
The rerouting ends on January 3rd. Dan Greenwald, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.